many people go to. And it lists all these reasons why Trump is running into a brick wall. One of them says MAGA's going to run into a brick wall in Georgia. And it cites The Economist. The Economist says, this is their model, it says there's a 58% chance that Joe Biden wins Georgia. Well, if things stay as they are, people continue to vote, there is about a 10% chance he wins Georgia, because the numbers there are not materializing for them in the very areas of the state that would be necessary for a Democrat to win. Now, that means Republicans have to continue to vote through 7 o'clock in Georgia. But once they do that, or when the polls close, but once they do that, if it stays that way, that model goes away. So you're going to hear a lot of false information between now and 9, 10 o'clock, maybe even later, because there are a lot of folks out there, pollsters and media, who want you to believe that Joe Biden won this election no matter what. But everything I've seen so far leads me to believe that the president is outperforming Joe Biden and outperforming his expected numbers in virtually every state I've looked at.
Okay, I just got this. We already had hit 81.7% turnout Republicans have, which was the total 2016 turnout. That was the entire total. So as a frame of reference, in 2016 at this point, there was a point plus 0.06 Republican electorate. Today, that electorate is Republican plus 1.8. The Republican Democratic advantage is now 190,901. That's that. And again, I'm giving this to you in real time. Robert Cahaley is with us with the Trafalgar Group. You've been watching all these numbers all day, and you've been watching the turnout models. What are you seeing?
I like what I see in Florida, and I love what I see here in Georgia.
Okay, and so that red wall that we talk about, Florida, Georgia, North Carolina, Ohio, Iowa, Arizona, you've got to vote. You got to get out in Arizona. Then it's now come down to Pennsylvania, Michigan, Wisconsin. By the way, I was told by somebody just moments ago that the turnout in Republican areas in Minnesota is the highest they have ever seen. I just got told. Which, look, it's a hard state. You've been polling Minnesota, and if it wasn't for Kanye West, do you think the president would be leading there?
Done. I mean, it would be over if Kanye wasn't on the ballot. I mean, we have him, his last poll is at 3.3. I don't think he'll do that. I've got a good reason to believe that he'll drop to around 2. But, man, if he wasn't there, I think that would be over.
Yeah. I am getting some information in, let's see, survey people. All right, no surprise here. President Trump has a path to 270 electoral votes. What we know, 100 million ballots already cast. Vote, mail-in significantly, blah, 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 blah.